Cursed Blood, not the most original name in the metal world, but then again, who gives a damn? As long as the music is good, and that's what all the bands aim for, right? This one is the first release by these Greek veterans called Taker of Life. It's an MCD with roughly some 20 plus minutes, and what can we expect? Some old school crossover, trash, death, and punk. Well, at least close to something in those lines anyway. And this is how the pretty simple digipack looks like. Released through War Anthem Records quite recently. And this is sort of a side project. All these members are more or less experienced with other bands, and this clearly sounds like, hey, let's do something else kind of a project. Very simple in design, just tracks and black and white covers. What else you really need except that good music? And that's exactly where this band really kind of lets you down a little bit. As you can see, very little information, no more on discography except this Taker of Life. Released in September. This one is that, like I said, 21 minutes here. It says other versions, including this in digital and tape and vinyl. I don't know why this CD isn't even listed here. Maybe it came out later. I really don't know, but I got this CD version a while ago, and now it's time to talk about it. Now, since this is an MCD, it's quite quickly to go through. You know, songs are being rather to the point with 3 minutes, give or take, some 4 minute tracks. And that's it. Pounding the old school way. Dirty, probably recorded live and at the studio or recording rehearsal place. I don't really know what it is, but, you know, not a hi-fi release in any ways. And being kind of a dirty and aggressive, one could imagine like, yeah, this is really nailing it. You have the aggression, you have the passion, you have hate, you have the riffs, like, let's do it. Like, you know, God, so many hardcore bands and death metal bands and thrash metal bands, because, I mean, this is a crossover in so many ways. Now, unfortunately, as much as these guys have probably passion and energy to do this kind of a side project, it really feels like this is done with the passion at the forefront and everything else on the back. That is, none of these songs or riffs are exactly mind-blowing. To be honest, I find it very, very mediocre in so many ways. While at some points it really gets your feet going on, you know, the kind of like, you feel like moving, then you kind of figure out like, you've heard it a million times before and it's not that good. Also, this production, which seems like the live undead version by this band, clearly shows that a little bit better production could have really helped the effort here. Now it all feels like, yes, this is a demo done into a MCD format. And while there's nothing wrong with that, if you have a really strong demo, this is not exactly that. This is very much like the first demo, and then you kind of progress and finally move to vinyl and CD versions. To me, it sounds like the band is still figuring out what to do. Now, it's clearly incorporating elements from death metal and thrash metal, and while so many bands are able to do it, you know, good, they usually take a little while to figure it out how to make it at least somewhat original, or at least create those little bit better riffs. Now everything here seems like it's just leftover scraps from other bands, and they're like collecting it, put it in a pile of, you know, on a plate, and then microwaving it, and let's, yeah, this is a cool scene. No, there's a lot of energy and there's a lot of hatred and all that stuff. That's good. But because of the production, and even more so because of the songs are not really nailing it, I have a hard time enjoying it at all. It's not bad by any means, but it's hardly beyond mediocre. So can only recommend this to maniacs who are diehards for this kind of crossover hybrids. Other than that, really better wait for Cursed Blood to mature a bit and make those better songs before you actually spend some money on it. Don't take my word for it. Listen to the band. Links will be provided. That's it. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.